Cha Jung-woo also receives hidden quests, tasking him with hunting down the creatures that depend on white moss to ensure they cannot leave the dungeon. The rewards for these quests are determined by the number of monsters hunted. Recognizing that normal attacks won't be effective against the durable red centipede due to its tough outer layer, Cha Jung-woo relies on his Dragon Eye skill to pinpoint its weak spot. Success depends on timing, and he must stab the centipede precisely when the opportunity arises. As the red centipede strikes with its toothy attack, Cha Jung-woo deftly dodges and capitalizes on the precise moment to strike its weak point. However, the centipede doesn't relent and counters with a powerful tail strike that inflicts significant injuries. Cha Jung-woo sustains a fractured spine, 4 broken bones, and a ruptured vein in his left thigh. His cold-blooded nature helps him remain composed, having developed tolerance to shock and poison. Additionally, he acquires 2 new skills: physical resistance and the will to fight. When the centipede mounts another assault, Cha Jung-woo seizes the opportunity to strike its abdomen, ultimately eliminating the creature. He receives a message acknowledging the successful elimination of the red centipede, a feat typically deemed unachievable, leading to additional rewards. Following his victory, Cha Jung-woo consumes the white moss and then partakes in the centipede's heart. On the other side, the leader of the group Cha Jung-woo had previously defeated contemplates the identity of the individual who bested their newly scouted members. Fueled by disdain for the Orangdan clan, he seeks to uncover the truth. Some members share that the masked individual responsible is none other than the guy in the white mask. Cha Jung-woo receives a message notifying him that the heart of the red centipede and the white moss have been digested and synergized. As a result, his broken bones are not only repaired but also fortified, his damaged muscles have been mended and strengthened, and he gains a flame heart and frost crest. He checks his stats, noting that his skill levels have increased. The only aspect that requires further development is his mana power, which he plans to focus on later. With a multitude of skills, including resistance to various elements like burn, panic, hallucination, and curse, Cha Jung-woo dons his mask and resumes his hunt. The number of monsters he has successfully hunted reaches 147, and he collects sonic bat teeth, which he mixes with the blood of the red centipede, creating a highly explosive powder when exposed to fire. He amasses numerous pouches of this explosive powder. Continuing his exploration, Cha Jung-woo comes across a nest, the domain of the Blue Army ant colony. Beyond this cavern, he anticipates finding Bathory's vampiric sword, an artifact left behind by one of the ancient lords who met their demise long ago. Legend has it that Bathory was a harbinger of death and destruction, capable of draining the vitality and skills of others to empower herself. Artifacts with a lower 3-digit number, such as this one in the 300S, are highly sought after, as they are among the best. Cha Jung-woo is determined to secure it. He takes drastic action, throwing the explosive powder between the ants and igniting it with a lighter. The explosion engulfs 217 of the Blue Army ants, incinerating 89 of them while destroying their eggs. Although the worker ants remain alive, a new threat emerges as the injured ant queen arrives on the scene. Unwilling to engage in direct combat with the ant queen just yet, Cha Jung-woo spots a door located behind her. His tactical approach involves first cutting one of the queen's legs to unbalance her. Seizing the opportunity, he slips through the door. Beyond it, he finds himself in the shrine of the vampiric monarch Bathory. Bathory's vampiric sword, the coveted artifact, rests before him. As he takes hold of the dagger, a black, whip-like energy coils around his arm. The dagger is highly selective in choosing its wielder, and if it rejects them, the person will meet their end. Cha Jung-woo recalls that his brother had already discovered a method to control it, by striking it with the other hand. The vampiric monarch, driven by greed, had been unwilling to pass on her beloved weapon even in death. She sealed the dagger's form and abilities, preserving it for the world. Now, that seal has been lifted, and Cha Jung-woo can see the dagger's true form. When it drains the target's life force, it also steals a portion of their abilities. Returning to the ant chamber, Cha Jung-woo employs his newfound power to eliminate many ants and drain the vital force of the ant queen. This act results in a significant increase in his stats and skill levels, further enhancing his capabilities. Additionally, he receives additional karma for his accomplishments. Meanwhile, the two individuals who had considered recruiting Cha Jung-woo are on their way to him. They marvel at how he suddenly gained considerable strength and express astonishment at his acquisition of an artifact capable of draining vital force. Meanwhile, Cha Jung-woo has successfully completed the requirements for the quest, which involved slaying 1,000 monsters. His reward is a new body reinforced with anatomy. This upgrade significantly boosts his resistances, skill levels, and stats, further enhancing his capabilities after acquiring Bathory's vampiric sword. With the vampiric skill in his possession, Cha Jung-woo's halted ascension process resumes, reaching 21% completion. His status shifts from having an incomplete dragon's body to that of a mature dragon's body. To further solidify his position, he declines to register his name on the rankings and currently occupies the 281st spot. To attain the coveted first position, he knows he needs to act swiftly. As Cha Jung-woo remains focused on his goals, he suddenly hears approaching footsteps. Suspecting that it might be the individuals he defeated to rescue Yule, he instinctively throws a knife at the shadowy figures. Chaos ensues, but eventually, tensions subside. The two strangers apologize for following him. One of them, the third-ranked player named Khan, extends an offer for Cha Jung-woo to become their comrade. However, Cha Jung-woo questions the benefits of such an alliance. The man asks if Cha Jung-woo recognizes him, but Cha Jung-woo denies any familiarity. The stranger reveals himself as Khan, the third-ranked player in the tutorial, and introduces his companion, Doyle, who holds the 11th position. Using his Dragon Eyes skill, Cha Jung-woo confirms that both Khan and Doyle exhibit brighter pigmentation, indicating they are telling the truth. They admit to their failure in obtaining the Hargan's Crown artifact in Block E. Cha Jung-woo has no interest in that particular artifact and proposes an alternative. He is willing to team up with them as long as they agree to share every other reward they find, excluding Hargan's Crown. After a brief moment of consideration, Khan and Doyle agree to Cha Jung-woo's terms. While Cha Jung-woo remains cautious, recognizing that his brother was betrayed, he believes their small numbers make it easier to dispose of them if things become complicated. To conceal his true identity, Cha Jung-woo introduces himself using the pseudonym Kane. Cha Jung-woo's progress is nothing short of astonishing, leaving Khan in awe. After successfully clearing all the levels leading up to Zone D, they finally arrive at Zone E. Here, their new challenge begins as Cha Jung-woo is presented with a unique code in the form of a blue bead. These codes are scattered throughout Zone E, and players can transfer and trade existing codes with others. Khan provides some insight into Zone E, explaining that it is substantially larger and more expansive than the previous 4 zones combined. To collect all the codes within this vast area, it will take a significant amount of time and effort. Zone E boasts diverse environments, including mountains, forests, and more. Their first destination is a high-rise area to the north, signaling the beginning of their adventures in this new zone. Frank and his crew are notorious thieves in Block E, actively exploiting their love for this illicit occupation. Operating under the pretense of collecting tokens from their victims, they systematically plunder artifacts and belongings, taking advantage of unsuspecting players. Their modus operandi involves stealing these valuable items, and in some cases, live players are sold as workers, slaves, cattle, or even used as lab rats. In a surprising turn of events, Frank and his gang decide to ambush Khan, Doyle, and Cha Jung-woo while they are taking a moment to rest. However, they are completely unaware of the formidable opponents they are confronting. In an instant, the 21 ambushers are swiftly defeated, with Cha Jung-woo also seizing their tokens, amassing a total of 81 in the process. The group prepares for their next challenge, a battle against the Lizard Man King. During this time, Cha Jung-woo discovers Doyle's unique ability to summon insects, including flame bugs that, when facing their natural adversaries, self-immolate along with their target. This newfound skill leaves Cha Jung-woo genuinely surprised. The following day, they embark on their mission, systematically eliminating any Lizard Man soldiers who cross their path. Cha Jung-woo also collects their eyeballs, recognizing their potential value in crafting an artifact based on the legendary giant, said to possess 100 arms and 1,000 eyes. These eyes will be essential for creating Gaiga's eyes. As they proceed, they encounter a trail marred by distortions and traces of blood. Cha Jung-woo deduces that a lizard-man monster may have been responsible for the deaths of hunters and might have dragged them back to their base. Following the trail, they arrive at the entrance of the Lizard-Man King's cave. Khan reveals crucial information about the upcoming challenge. There are two bosses, the Lizard-Man King and his queen. It becomes apparent that trying to confront both bosses simultaneously would result in their inevitable demise. In light of this, Khan suggests a strategic plan for the trio. The goal is to steal the crown from the queen's head. According to Khan's plan, he will engage the Lizard-Man King in combat, while Cha Jung-woo distracts the queen. During this distraction, Doyle will discreetly take the crown. Once they secure the crown, they can make their escape. They initiate their plan, with the king arriving at the cave's entrance. As the plan unfolds, Cha Jung-woo receives a hidden crest to kill the king and all of his henchmen. The pressure intensifies. The team proceeds with their strategy as Khan commences his battle with the Lizard-Man King. Cha Jung-woo and Doyle enter the cave, dispatching the soldiers they encounter. Inside, they discover a group of people held captive, seemingly intended as a food source for the Lizard-Man. Cha Jung-woo is concerned about the potential delay in retrieving the crown, but Doyle, driven by his moral principles, finds it difficult to abandon these captives. However, Cha Jung-woo suggests an alternative plan that could save both the captives and their mission. Cha Jung-woo urges Doyle to summon the flame bugs, and if the plan succeeds, it would not only spare the captives but also ensure their safety while achieving their primary objective. Cha Jung-woo initiates his confrontation with the queen. He tosses the fire powder towards her offspring, prompting her to rush to their defense. As she contacts the bag, the powder spreads over her, and at that moment, the flame bugs are unleashed. Upon making contact, she ignites, succumbing to the flames. Cha Jung-woo proceeds to eliminate her offspring one by one, noting that it's similar to what lizard men do to humans. When the queen once again charges at him, she becomes engulfed in flames as Cha Jung-woo had scattered more powder in her path. In this fiery encounter, she meets her end. Meanwhile, Doyle retrieves the crown. Suddenly, the Lizard-Man King appears, in a state of anguish and vowing to avenge his fallen mate and children. He consumes the queen and undergoes a transformation due to his predator skill. The Lizard-Man King deploys his primary skill, Heat Wave, but Cha Jung-woo, Doyle, and Khan manage to evade it. As they regroup and prepare for their counterattack, Cha Jung-woo, utilizing his dragon eyes, identifies the king's weak point. With a swift strike, he disarms the king, causing his sword to veer away. Cha Jung-woo signals Khan and Doyle to commence their maneuvers against the king. As they engage in the battle against the Lizard-Man King, he appears unperturbed by their attacks. However, during a critical moment when the king is preparing to unleash his devastating heatwave attack, Cha Jung-woo intervenes. He deflects the king's sword from reaching the ground, redirecting it to strike the king himself, inflicting significant injuries. Seizing the advantage, Cha Jung-woo swiftly severs the king's leg, rendering him unable to stand. He proceeds to the king's head and employs Bathory's vampiric skill, absorbing his vital force. This act proves fatal to the king, resulting in his demise. While Cha Jung-woo sits down to recover, Khan and Doyle take it upon themselves to free the imprisoned captives, securing their release from the lizard man's clutches. In the process, Cha Jung-woo does not gain the advanced skill Heatwave, but obtains a lower-level skill known as Flame Infusion.